let's begin. Lay down, close eyes, begin to breathe through the nose. Or if it's more comfortable to sit, that's fine. And breathing through the mouth is fine as well. Mentally, bring your thoughts more inward and connect to how your breathing moves. And the focus for the first 5 minutes will be on the movement of the inhale and the quality of the inhale. The ability to nourish ourselves. The smooth expansion of the inhale, the replenishment of the oxygen. Begin thinking in your meditation, how do I nourish myself? What's helpful? The process of breathing allows us one level of nourishing ourselves by relaxing the nervous system. Can we slow down when we're eating, when we're talking? Can we find time to go for a walk while we're having a meeting? Can we be on the phone and actively sit in correct positions? It's the layering of our efforts that continue to nourish. And the mind often can wander in a meditation and drift. Bring it back to the breathing, back to the ease of the movement of the ribs, and some mental understanding of, or some mental insight internally of the exchange that happens from that inhale and oxygen to the exhale and the releasing. Oftentimes, if it's shallow on our inhale or choppy on the inhale, then we can smooth that out. And that also can be reflective of the rush we're in when we're thinking about taking care of ourselves, but we don't quite have the time. When the breath is smooth in this kind of meditation, you can hear it move through the nose. That's the quality you want. That has some vibratory effect. That's what you hear, right up by the main distribution of the hormones, the pituitary gland. So many ways to influence our system, and stopping to nourish ourselves is very important. As you inhale, imagine bringing in these qualities that you feel are nourishing for you, whether it's relaxation or exercise or connecting or disconnecting. What nourishes you? And bring that in with your inhale. So as you inhale, you imagine these nourishing qualities just moving in to your body. These mental images, the attention to the breathing, they have their effect. They're timeless. 50 more seconds. Let the inhale expand. Let it find its elastic moment to release. Put your hands on your abdominal area and notice if the abdominal area is passive, the ribs can have more expansion. It's our opportunity to move the ribs. And with that, the circulatory influence on the brain and the fluid. For the next 5 minutes, we will redirect our focus to the exhale and the idea of how do we have these qualities that we nourish, and then how do we bring them out to other people in a way that's balancing for them and ourselves. Too much. Let the exhale move from below the belly button. It's almost in slow stages from below the belly button, and then just below the diaphragm. The refinement of the exhale. And the end of the exhale, pause and maybe exhale a little bit more. Always a little bit more we can let go of. Part of how we nourish others is by sometimes being selfish to take care of ourselves, so we have the right energy and the right disposition to execute what we want. What's that real balance of how we help other people? And the trust and confidence that our perception of the help isn't the same as the end results. And of course, as we let go and release and detach from those thoughts and actions that are less constructive, then there's room for space. The inhale, the oxygen, the food. And then notice the sound of the exhale leaving the head-nose area, and create a little of that vibratory sound quality on the exhale. Comes a little bit deeper from the back of the throat. It amplifies and concentrates the effects of balancing the nervous system, of helping us with that recovery, the rest and digest. A little sound on the exhale. At the end of the exhale, exhale a little more. And the mind comes back to the qualities of the exhale and the movements through the abdominal area. And recheck to make sure on the inhale that the abdominal area stays mostly passive. And when we displace the digestive and visceral organs with the movement of the exhale, it's as if we're wringing out water from a sponge. So it's a hypercirculation, hyperfiltration, happy digestive process, loves to move material through, appreciates the aid. For one more minute, stay mentally focused on the exhale, the abdominal area, the slight extension of the lower back as you exhale, the discipline to keep the abdominal area passive when you inhale, and the trust that at the very end of the exhale, even if you let go more or hold out for another few seconds. The inhale is there. The support is there. The energy is there for us to stay balanced. It's how are we using it? Where do we direct it? And finally, we have 5 minutes to go into what's seen as a final process in meditation, final point. So now combine both the inhale and the exhale and the continual focus on the movement of the breath with some sound going through the nose, and maybe an ability to just extend both the ribs with the inhale and the ease of the movement and contraction of the abdominal area on the exhale, and feel what it's like to have a full breath in harmony. And there's naturally a 2-second pause between the inhale and the exhale and the inhale. And now that the breath is easy and relaxed, visualize someplace that you have been, or location you've been, or some idea of where you could be, would be, if you could pick some place to be for nourishment, relaxation, something that really feeds you in a different way, someplace you've been, some experience you've had that stands out more than most. And it doesn't have to be the right one or the perfect one. It's the one that you can connect to now. So now you have 3 minutes. Now let's stay connected. The breath is smooth, but the mind is very active on this connection to this concept from your past that you're going to use to kind of nourish or feed yourself now from that experience. Bathe yourself. There could be some points during the day where you can remember the meditation. We know if we've done a 15-minute meditation in the morning, at some point during the day we feel it a bit. It's like a good night's sleep. Continue to hold your thought in place. The length of the inhale and exhale continue to extend, but the effort continues to decrease. Easy, 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 easy. 2 more minutes. Keep that internal focus, that mental connection to these conceptual ideas that we're using. And for the last minute, allow your mind, your direction of your mind to be placed outside of yourself, outside of your body. Just moving up outside the room, whatever we think of as the universe, and just how much can your mental imagination expand out for 1 minute. Keep the mind outside of the body, outside of the room, outside of what we see, and let it expand. 45 seconds.